Welcome to this edition of the Western Officiating Development Partnership. In the episode, we're going to talk about the role of officiating coach, also called a supervisor, and the importance that they play in the development of officials. The officiating coach's goals are to provide feedback in a positive environment that also, more importantly, teaches you avenues and tools for ways you can approach situations in a different or effective manner. Let's hear from some of our branch referee and chiefs and the thoughts that they have on the role of the officiating coach.
I believe the officials coach or supervisor is just so important for our young officials' development. It's an opportunity that we have to support our officials, to do some coaching, to give them, identify areas that they could improve upon and give them ways to help them improve.
The role of an official coach or supervisor is somebody that is really invested in helping to develop the officials, no matter what level they're at. They're there as a mentor, they're there as somebody who can support the official to reach their goals and reach the standard of the league or the branch.
The role of officiating coach is really to, first off, provide honest feedback and provide it in a way that's constructive and that the official can actually take in and self-evaluate and apply in his next game or through the next season. It's also really important for that official's supervisor to instill confidence in the official and help them understand we're part of a team and that we're working together to improve as a group.
I think trust is a big part of that is respect. And you got to gain respect for each other. And I think that's where trust will come into play in the relationship between a coach and a referee.
See trust as two ways. The officiating supervisor trusting that the official is coachable and can take what they're being given and apply it and give them the opportunity to do so. Yet the official has to trust that the supervisor's there for their best interest.
Trust, I think, like anything in life, is the foundation of any positive relationship. So if the coach can't be honest, you can't develop trust. And if you don't have trust, you really don't have any basis for which to offer that feedback. And at the end of the day, feedback is a gift, and the official has to be in a position where they trust the supervisor.
Some great information from our branch referee and chiefs. Now that we have heard the officiating coach's perspective, let's hear what the on-ice officials' expectations are of these officiating coaches.
A supervisor that really knows where you're coming from, that can show they understand what's going on out on the ice and can really has your back, has the whole team's back, and is there to support you.
When they can critique me and point out little key fixes or give me advice on something that I did right but I could have done better, and not just telling me what I did wrong, but working through the whole game and the calls that I made and why I made them.
Being direct, straight to the point. I really like the ones that can give you some really good insight onto how to do things differently. Everybody's got different ways of delivering it, so somebody that just has, whenever they bring up a scenario, they've got a different way to look at it or to see it or what you could have done differently in that scenario, and it just helps you kind of think of the bigger picture and what to work on for next time.
I like it when they're definitely honest and they'll tell you what they saw, but then them also being able to have a conversation with you, and really you can see where they're coming from, but they can also see where you're coming from and why you might have saw what you saw.
Now that we have heard from both the officiating coaches and the officials, let's look at some real game footage and the dialogue that took place after the game between the officials and the officiating coach.
I thought there was a lot of times where you kind of just had to drift in and out, especially with the butt a little bit right. And like whatever we see, so you guys did a good job, I thought, going to the right places and just kind of drifting by him, right? Way back there on line changes and stuff. So that was a really good call right off the start to the puck in the area. I thought you guys did a good job. I thought face-offs were good, right? I think we moved up and down the ice. Good right in cover. Just be careful. There was once or twice where if it's going down his wall, just jump up a little quicker. There was one in the third period, right, where I thought you could be a little closer. rings the bell for you. But I thought it was good. Then I've asked you about the play of the net.
Yeah, the first two guys that came in, like they're moving into the wall with steam, and check on them. So I take my focus off the front of the net, I come back, pucks out of the crease. I saw the replay.
What do you think of the replay?
He covers it outside, pulls it in, he covers it in. So Griff made a good point. It's a minor penalty because he covers it outside, but that's going to be a whistle. So it's not a penalty shot. No, so how close was that one? Because the guy I called brass. I'm like, we gotta delay a bit here so they can have Pete check the net, and they weren't calling down. But then Dennis is down, like I have to over. So I told us, Dennis, we're delaying here as long as we can. Like they had plenty of time to go bust down and it's in.
Yeah. So what did you learn anything from that?
Yeah, like delay. If it's close like that, get them all set up.
Yeah, as soon as you're going over what you're doing. So you know what I would even do sometimes? I would just go in and knock the net off, right? And and that's probably a little bit of a conversation, or not a conversation, just that look like, let's buy ourselves some time here. Let's knock the net off and start, let's buy a lot of time there, which is what you did looking at the net, right?
Yeah.
We can do that ahead of time. Okay. Right?
There are some really important parts to the relationship between officiating coaches and officials. Building trust, being honest with each other. From the coach's side, we have to provide positive feedback and help officials find ways to improve in certain aspects of your game. From the official standpoint, we have to be honest in our self-evaluations and be willing to learn, bring a positive attitude, and being coachable. If we can achieve all these points, work together as a team, build trust and support each other, we can help you to achieve your officiating goals. Have a great few weeks, and we'll see you again soon.